Hi guys, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Sunday the 9th of October 2022. Thanks for joining me. I want to use the Forest of Enchantment Tarot today. I haven't used this deck very much. The way I remember it is that they've changed the minor arcana cards, like the elements and the suits and stuff, to such an extent that I found it a little too complicated. Let me just refresh my memory here. Yeah, you see, so we got boons. What is that? It looks like earth to me. Challenges seems like swords. Then we've got the major. The liar, you see that's the devil. So they've changed everything. Seeker of boons was pentacles. Visions is water. Okay, I might have to double check that when I do the reading. Visions, did I say that was water? And then spells is wands. Okay. Got it. All right, so let me show you some of the other cards so you get an idea of... They're really beautiful. I love this deck, but... Oh, that's amazing. Suspension, the Hanged Man. Wow. Oh, how cute. Love it. Okay, so let's see what the cards have to say about Sunday then. And what the day is going to look like. Okay, so first card is in here. There we go. We've got the liar, so that is the devil. I think I'll have to double check that too. Don't want to make a mistake. Then we've got the folly. That looks like the tower to me. Yeah, 15th card and 16th card, major arcana, devil and the tower. Okay. And finally, the 10 of boons. The 10 of boons was what? Pentacles, right? Yeah, pentacles. Come on. Yes. 3 of boons. Yes. Okay, so we've got a minor arcana card and the highest number in the minor arcana. So the minors go from the ace, then they go to number 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way up to 10. And because each minor arcana suit represents an element, as you go up in the numbers, the more of that element you get, it becomes richer and more intense, more of earth, more of fire. Anyway, you get more. So by the time you get to 10 of earth, you've got so much abundance and free time and food and shelter and physical creature comforts and good times and music in your life that you've worked your way up towards the number 10, you see? So these people are older, so it's getting to that place in life where you're a bit more comfortable because you've been around and you've done the work and you've made the right decisions. And it looks like they've landed in a very happy place. I wouldn't mind being at this little dinner with the dog and the music and the dancing and stuff. So ultimately, there's a happy outcome here today, but these two cards indicate that something needs to change first. So it's interesting that I use this deck today because I always mention that the law of attraction is at work when you use the tarot. You always choose the right deck. I mean, there's no rhyme or reason to it. You know, it's not like Sunday is Forest of Enchantment Tarot Day. I just pick the one that feels right. And then when they change things like this, from the devil to the liar, I always find that that change then is particularly significant. The cards and this deck specifically want a message to come through. And the devil card is usually about being too hung up on the physical circumstances and your physical limitations. It's like, oh, I want to start a business, it's my passion, but rents in the area are really expensive, so I can't do it. It's that self-defeatist kind of stuckness. But here it's the liar, and I'm getting the message that the thing that you can overcome in yourself, the thing that you can blow up, like the tower, which usually is being struck by lightning, is your tendency to be dishonest with yourself, with other people, and to operate in a way that keeps you short-sighted and hidden from yourself. So the snake here is wisdom. We've got him holding this wand. So by looking within and seeing how you get in your own way, you have the wisdom to do that, and it's going to be healing to this reminds me of the caduceus, and it's going to be healing to the extent where you find it easier to live your life purpose or to know what that is. By looking at the dark stuff, that's why most of us do shadow work, right? We look at the dark stuff in order to heal it or to be free of it, ideally, so that we can enjoy the good things in life, the happy times. So this card allows you not just to look past the physical circumstances. If you have an idea for a new business or a new venture or a move or anything that brings you excitement, you'll be able to get yourself unstuck by focusing on the motivation and doing it. And the guarantee of the cards today is if you do overcome the reasons why you can't do something and instead you say you can, it will land you in this happy place. And then second of all, the limitations that exist within yourself, you're able to blow those up to discover your life purpose and then to act on it. So whichever way whatever angle you're coming from, whichever area of your life doesn't feel wide open and like you're free to choose, you're able to resolve that and dissolve the obstacles that are in your path so that you can enjoy greater freedom based on what you want to do, not based on what the physical world says you can and can't do. So you take your power back. This little birdie keeps catching my eye. Could be anything. It could be a crow or it could be a magpie. It doesn't seem like a giant raven to me. It just seems like something that's got something that's either being fed. So he's charming. I suppose it's the charming liar aspect. It's things will be revealed. Things that you think are good for you may suddenly reveal themselves not to be so good for you. So if you're taking comfort in behaviors or things or substances, you'll see those for what they are. The folly then can, with the tarot, I recently watched a tarot reader online, and he said, the person asked him if he does read tarot cards, and he was like, oh no, I don't read tarot cards, they're evil. I only use oracle cards. They don't have anything negative in them. I was just like, the whole point of the tarot card is that they have good and bad in them. Like life. Otherwise, they would be a pointless divination system if they could only give you good answers. How would that then be accurate? Is this going to work out for me? Yes or no? And you only have good cards. Anything you pick is then going to mean yes. It doesn't work. So the whole evil thing, I never got that. Anyway. And I'm not bashing oracle cards either. I think they can be really good and I use them myself. But I'm just saying that if you're someone who approaches cards like the Tower or the Hanged Man or Death with like, oh, this is terrible, it really isn't. It's just saying, in this case, something that's been a structure and a foundation in your life for a long time, and the Tower doesn't look very happy. If I had this as a neighbor or I lived in this, I'd want to blow it up. So it's things that have kept you stuck, like the lies or the being too focused on the physical world and the limitations. You're able to escape that and fly away like one of these birds. And that freedom then leads you to a much happier place. So the folly card in this reading is a really, really positive indicator that change is to be not just accepted today, to be embraced and to be pursued, because it gives you much greater freedom and it gets you to a place in your life that is better than the one you're in now and that you may not have experienced just yet. So there's hope for good relationships and happy times and there being enough and a sense of community and well-being and good-naturedness, trust in others. The liar is also, he's by himself. If you lie to enough people, sooner or later they'll stop listening to you and you're going to be alone in the woods. So you can smirk as much as you want, but he doesn't have any friends. I think he's triggering me a bit, this one. I'd prefer to be here than here, basically. So the things that appear to shelter you, but that actually keep you stuck and trapped in some grim environment, this also looks like there'd be black mold inside. That's dangerous. So basically, get out of things and behaviors and addictions, I suppose, again, even possibly, that seem to provide you some sort of shelter, and trade this in for a nicer house. Like maybe you want to go live in a gingerbread house, or in a glass box by the sea, or in a Gothic mansion. Well, no, that we've already done that. In a modern century, whatever, detached. I don't know. What other structures could you bring into your life that don't exist yet, that are more appealing than the ones you've got now, basically? Okay, number-wise, we've got 15, and 16 is 31, and 10 is 41. 4 and 1 is 5, and that makes sense because 5 in numerology is about freedom. So you're able to free yourself from your own hang-ups, from your own things where you've kidded yourself into believing something that isn't even true. You have more freedom in your life. And, oh wow, other people will then come in and celebrate that freedom with you. So you put out the good vibes. That's what other people are drawn to. So you're the one who organizes this whole party. That's why it happens. You don't just rock up. You plan it and you get people to come. Amazing. So I hope you have a wonderful day. If you'd like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. On the front page, click on Book Your Reading, the button that says Book Your Reading to audio reading with me. And in my personal readings, I use astrology, tarot, and the numerology. I combine all three to answer your questions. The astrology chart I draw up by using your place of birth, date of birth, and time of birth. If you don't have the time of birth, then order a chart rectification with me. That's a process where I work out your time of birth. You just give me some life events and I manually work it out. Once I have that, I draw up your birth chart, and that gives me a lot of insight into you. So the things that need to exit your life and keep you stuck, the things that are coming up in future that are positive, the potential that you have that you can maximize in your family life, in your work, in your living situation. If you have any questions about moving or work or finance, investments, savings, debts, borrowing money, anything at all, please do get in touch with me for a personal reading. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Please hit subscribe and share the video online. Have an amazing day, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.